Hi, how are you doing today? Okay, so it's Kim Reads Urantia, and I'm going to read to you from the Urantia book, but first I have 365 Days of Walking the Red Road by Terry Jean. And today's quote is by someone named Okute. Okute. I think he refers to Wakantanka, so I think he must have been Lakota. I couldn't find much of anything on this guy. Okay, so I found something about John LeCain, also known as Okute. Somebody looking for this person whose father was Okute Sika, who followed Sitting Bull to Saskatchewan in 1877 after the Little Bighorn fight. But then I tried to just find this quote. This quote, according to, Words of Wisdom, First People, Words of Wisdom Index. Okay, First People is the name of the site, and this is accredited to somebody named Shooter, who is a Teton Sioux. Okay, but this book has this credited to Okute. So I like to be accurate with these things, but it's so hard. Okay. But I'm going to read this here to you. Okay. The reason Wakantanka does not make two birds or two human beings exactly alike is because each is placed here to be an independent individual to rely on himself. Okute, 19th century. Thank you, Okute. On this date in Native American history, February 11th, 1978, American Indian movement leader Dennis Banks organized a 5-month trek to bring awareness to Native American issues. I'm going to read that again. February 11th, 1978, American Indian movement leader Dennis Banks organized a 5-month trek from California to Washington, D.C. to bring awareness to Native American issues. Thousands of people representing 80 tribes joined the walk, and they were met in Washington by thousands of supporters lining the city streets and sidewalks. Gosh, I would have loved to have been there. I was 11. They wouldn't let me go. Dennis Banks, very important figure in the American Indian movement, is from Minnesota here. The AIM movement, of course, was organized in Minneapolis. Dennis Banks was born on Leech Lake Reservation on April 12th, 1937, and he died on October 29th, 2017. He was an activist, a teacher, and an author. So you are sorely missed, Mr. Banks. It says he had 20 children. Holy cow. All right. So maybe he was kind of popular with the ladies. I don't know. And anyway. Okay. She's still alive. So he had what? 4 of those kids with her. Oh my God. Anyway, okay. Anyway, thank you. Thank you very much for your activism, Dennis Banks. And thank you for your words, Okute. Okay. We'll leave that there. Yeah, I get kind of frustrated by this book sometimes because I feel like I need to be able to cite sources well if I'm going to, I don't know. Okay. All right. So we are looking at the Tao Te Ching next. Trees, wooded trees in the wintertime. The importance of what is not. We join 30 spokes to the hub of a wheel, yet it's the center hole that drives the chariot. We shape clay to birth a vessel, yet it's the hollow within that makes it useful. We chisel doors and windows to construct a room, yet it's the inner place that makes it livable. Thus do we create what is, to use what is not. Isn't that amazing? So the is not is important because that allows us the room to create what we want there to be. So these things, enfold each other and are beautiful, but we tend to pay attention to what is because it's like in your face, it's right there. But we need to think of, like all of what we use is all of what makes it life, like creativity, happen is in the yin. Okay. All right. Very good. Now we're going to read from the Urantia book. Okay. Section 4, paper 36, about the life carriers. This is about the Melchizedek life carriers. In every local system of inhabited worlds throughout Nebadon, there is a single sphere whereon the Melchizedeks have functioned as life carriers. Melchizedeks can be life carriers in every local system. These abodes are known as the system Midsonite worlds, and on each of them a materially modified Melchizedek son has mated with a selected daughter of the material order of sonship. Wow. The mother Eves of such Midsonite worlds are dispatched from the system headquarters of jurisdiction, having been chosen by the designated Melchizedek life carrier from among the numerous volunteers who respond to the call of the system sovereign addressed to the material daughters of his sphere. So he just selects one of these. Okay, the Mother Eves of such Midsonite worlds are dispatched from the system headquarters of jurisdiction, having been chosen by the designated Melchizedek life carrier. So there's lots of them chosen, but just one. It says okay. And on each of them, a materially modified Melchizedek son has mated with a selected daughter of the material order of sonship. Okay, so a lot of them are summoned though. Oh, but there's one for each system. Okay. Okay. The progeny of a Melchizedek life carrier and a material daughter are known as midsoniters. Midsoniters. The Melchizedek father of such a race of supernal creatures eventually leaves the planet of his unique life function, and the Mother Eve of this special order of universe beings also departs upon the appearance of the seventh generation of planetary offspring. Okay, so they mate and have some like semi-divine kind of creatures. The direction of such a world then devolves upon her eldest son. So the parents take off, and the eldest son is in charge of this Midsonite world. The Midsonite creatures live and function as reproducing beings on their magnificent worlds until they are 1,000 standard years of age. Whoa, that's old! Whereon they are translated by seraphic transport. Midsoniters, should I say midsoniters? Midsoniters are non-reproducing beings thereafter, because the technique of dematerialization which they pass through in preparation for and seraphiming forever deprives them of reproductive prerogatives. Well, I don't feel bad for them because they probably had a chance to have a lot of kids. What? They're 1,000 years old. 1,000 years old. How many kids could I have in 1,000 years? Quite a few. The present status of these beings can hardly be reckoned as either mortal or immortal. Neither can they be definitely classified as human or divine. These creatures are not a juster indwelt, hence hardly immortal. So they're not immortal. Okay, why do we have these things? Why do we have these people? No midsoniter. Wait. These creatures are not a juster indwells, hence hardly immortal, but neither do they seem to be mortal. No midsoniter has experienced death. All midsoniters ever born in Nebadon are alive today, functioning on their native worlds. And on some intervening sphere, or on the Salvington Midsonite sphere, in the Finalitors group of worlds. Okay, so that's interesting. Why do we okay, how do these things function? What are these things? The Salvington worlds of the Finalitors. The Melchizedek life carriers, as well as the associated Mother Eves, go from the system Midsonite spheres to the Finalitors worlds of the Salvington circuit, where their offspring are also destined to foregather. Okay, so they go meet at the headquarters of the Nebadon of Salvington. Okay, and I don't know if this is like in every universe or just, is this just Michael's idea? What, So Melchizedek, but it's not all Melchizedeks that do this. A material modified Melchizedek son. So it's not all the Melchizedeks that do this. It's just, okay. It should be explained in this connection that the fifth group of 7 primary worlds in the Salvington circuit are the Nebadon worlds of the Finalitors. The children of the Melchizedek life carriers and the material daughters are domiciled on the 7th world of the Finalitors, the Salvington Midsonite sphere. Okay, but it says the 5th. Okay, so around there's the seven worlds that go around in different circuits. So there's probably 7 groups, right? I can't remember. God. Okay, so concentrically going around Salvington, right? Right? And then there's, so there's the 5th group of 7 of them on the outside. So there's inside, there's a group of 7, go out 5 times, and then there's the 5th group of 7 of them. And on the 7th world of that batch, the 7th world of the 5th batch are the Finalitors. The satellites of the 7 primary worlds of the Finalitors are the rendezvous of the personalities of the super and central universes who may be executing assignments in Nebadon, while the ascending mortals go about freely on all the cultural worlds and training spheres of the 490 worlds comprising the Melchizedek University. There are certain special schools and numerous restricted zones which they are not permitted to enter. This is especially true of the 49 spheres under the jurisdiction of the Finalitors. Okay, so there's ascending mortals here. They're not allowed to go there. The purpose of the Midsonite creatures is not at present known. Sorry. But it would appear that these personalities are foregathering on the 7th Finalitor world in preparation for some future eventuality in universe evolution. Mysterious. Our inquiries concerning the Midsonite races are always referred to the Finalitors, and always do the Finalitors decline to discuss the destiny of their wards. Okay? We're not talking about them. They got something, we got something special, but regardless of our uncertainty as to the future of the Midnighters. We do know that every local universe in Arvanton harbors such an accumulating core of these mysterious beings. Okay, so that they're not just Michael's idea. There are all these places in Orvanton that do that. It is the belief of the Melchizedek life carriers that their Midnight children will someday be endowed with the transcendental and eternal spirit of absoluty by God the ultimate. Wow. Okay. Wow. So they're going to get obscenity. I always think of obscenity. Totally different. Absonity. Okay. All right. So, okay. So that's like the status of like I turn what I understand obscenity to be. And I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I mean, come on, guys. Give me a break. I'm just trying here. Okay. So, because when I think of God, the ultimate and obscenity, I think of the realm of ideas. So the like Plato's land of forms, like the special perfected ideas of things, forms, idea forms, thought forms that are perfected. You know, a perfect idea of something, perfect notion of something. Okay? Kinda. Sort of like that. Anyway, that's pretty mysterious. That's actually pretty cool. All right. Well, okay. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll talk about some more stuff. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, guys. See you later. Love. Bye.